The whole model of practice here is based on young people doing things themselves, becoming stakeholders in their own community and getting involved in active citizenship. The whole model of practice is based on mutual respect, where I respect the young people to make their own mistakes, apply for their own funding, write their own checks, organise their own activities, and basically do everything themselves.
Oh, there's definitely a mutual respect between young people and the staff themselves. You know, it's almost as if it's not even, you know, young people and staff. It's just like everybody sort of gets along together.
I think the staff in here treat them with respect, which therefore in turn the children treat the staff with respect. It's all about respect.
The staff is amazing. They're good crack and everybody can open up and talk to them. Some of them's like counsellors to people, and especially some of the young ones can know that they can come in and trust them to tell things, and just they know that they're always going to be there to help them, like, if they need them.
They can come here and, you know, find out information about things they may want to know. They get that assistance. They try and push them towards whatever it is they want help with. You know, just for example, like references for jobs and, you know, maybe filling out the application forms and things like that. But also maybe just coming and questioning, oh, is there anything going on? Like, there be things going on like arts and crafts and DJing and things like that, you know, that people's interested in, that maybe it's too hard to access in the town. So it gives them that easy access.
My name's Hugh Kevin, I'm 14 and I've been in uniform for like a year now.
Yeah, my name's Brian McElhenney, I'm also 14. We've been on here doing projects over the past year or two, so me and him are good friends. We've been on doing lots of stuff with the groups and the activities on here. We're all very good and helpful, and we all would get along with the people that we work with and all that.
We went on loads of trips and went bodyboarding, went to a playhouse and did graffiti. We did pages of graffiti like up the street and lots of other activities.
Well, there's about 80 young people registered with the organisation, the Youth Forum. We also work with a number of young people on our outreach street work and projects outside, like our mural projects that we do. We've done a couple of murals. We've cleared on a Pride of Place project. We've cleared all the graffiti off the main alleyways in Strathfoyle and then rewarded the young people who did that with murals.
If you look around Strathfoyle, there's legal graffiti up, which otherwise if the uniform didn't do that at all, then the Waynes would do it anyway, and then it would just be, everybody would be moaning about it, and the parents would be embarrassed because their children are getting talked about, but because through uniform it's legal, they're allowed to do it. It gives them a chance to express themselves through art, which a lot of young people love doing.
Well, the mural projects in Strathfoyle were funded through the Youth Justice Agency. It was aimed at community safety in and around Strathfoyle, targeting 13 to 16 year olds who were engaged in low level antisocial behaviour. They come up with the idea themselves of actually removing offensive graffiti from most walls within the housing estate, and then this was like the reward, and what came out of that then was learning them to use art creatively, because it is a tool for expressing themselves, and we'd like to encourage that.
One of the murals actually appeared in Derry City's Good Relations calendar this year for the month of January. That was a mural we did in conjunction with the Playhouse and ourselves. We had international artists out here at one stage working with young people through graffiti.
And the Playhouse, well, they had two choices between doing either graffiti workshops or DJing workshops, and half of our group went to graffiti and half went to DJing, and for the graffiti they learnt how to sketch and write words that they found creative, and then they went outside and done a piece, as it's called, in graffiti, and they sprayed that on the wall, and then on the DJing we learned how to mix with decks and how to use all different equipment, and we ended up using a DJing software to make our own song, and but the song was published then and put on Facebook, you know, and everyone got to listen to it. It was good, so it was.
A lot of environmental work going on down at Enagh, which continues, and we're successful to be funded by the Northern Ireland Environment Agency this year in relation to that, and we hope to build on that now moving forward over the next year or so. And we've just been successful in securing a new project in partnership with Ambit Light Productions and First Light Productions. They produced 3 or 4 short movies based around Enagh, which is the local lake which we use for our outdoor pursuits, but there's a lot of history associated, so it's about the young people learning skills and getting confidence in using the films and editing and the different software packages, and actually telling the history and the different ghost stories from that era in a fun way, and also learning a lot as well, which will help with their CV and even in them getting a job in the future. It'll widen their career prospects if it's something they're looking to get into, and there already is a core group interested in that project. Most of the work I've been involved in is working with people the similar age group to myself, 18 to 25, supporting them through trying to secure housing, lobbying and dealing with the bureaucracy that exists with the housing executive and the dole, and trying to get them into employability, CV building.
Build people's confidence and self-esteem, give them a sense of purpose, give them a taste of work. Showed them that they were capable of coming back out to work again. Some of them actually employed, well, it's the first time they ever worked in their lives.
I started volunteering, just answering phones and that there, but I've started now. I'm organising a festival. It's an alternative to the bonfire on the 15th of August. That's for the fall community to do, and we're getting we're hopefully getting sponsored, but it's going to be a barbecue and bouncy castle and for the whole community to get involved in games and that. I'm also organising a charity night to get funds for in here because it's limited funding.
Enagh Forum means employability, not just for me, but it helps other people get employed by taking people on through various steps ahead and back to work, and gives them that maybe 6 weeks experience to get out into work again.
Enagh Youth Forum employed at least 30 people on the step ahead vacancies this year alone. Out of them, at least 12 got jobs or further placements. This is a credit to the young people themselves and Enagh Youth Forum. We didn't realise unemployment was so high in Strathfoyle until we opened up this programme. People came knocking on our doors. We didn't have to look for them.
I didn't mind being interviewed by young people. It was different, and they made me feel at ease. I didn't feel intimidated by them, more so than if you go for interviews and there's 3 adults sitting across the table, you're more intimidated. I felt more at ease and more comfortable talking to them.
It's like it gives you a chance to just talk to people that you wouldn't normally talk to in the street and have a laugh and a joke, and it gives it gives me a break from the wind. It gives me come in here and I don't have to be a mammy, I can be a young person.
It gives me self-respect, being able to go out to work and do a good job, and the young people are dedicated to helping themselves and making a difference out there. I think that's needed in today's world.
Enagh Youth Forum is very proactive in trying to address youth unemployment, particularly in Strathfoyle, and we were surprised ourselves once the Step Ahead programme was rolled out that how many young people wanted to enrol in it. We had about 18 to 20 young people and had 2 small rooms in the office, and we had to manage that. So we did a lot of outreach work, got young people involved and helping to improve their own community, and it's still a bit of pride of place.
16 young people got accredited courses as well in relation to mental health and destigmatising the concept of mental health, and that project was funded by the Irish Youth Foundation, and they've just funded us this year again because they were so pleased that last year's programme was successful, and again we just want to build on that moving forward.
I'm standing here today and it's very hard to quantify all the work that Enagh Youth Forum has achieved in the last year. I think it's immeasurable. I remember one stage at the youth service company Austin saying we need to quality assure your work. I would like to see them try and quality assure the work in Enagh Youth Forum the past year.
They couldn't do it.
That would be impossible because the outputs and inputs that we engage and the young people we engage with wouldn't be engaging with anybody else if we were not here. As I said before, we're doing all of this in 2 rooms.
It's everything. Like if we didn't have it, we'd run around the streets and more likely be getting in trouble. Like because it can be a dodgy place at times. And at least when we come in here, we're in a safe environment and we get on with everyone. We have good crack, like so. It's safe for us and everyone else enjoys it as well.
One of our current programmes is funded by the Big Lottery Fund. It's called the Music Matters programme, and it will focus on giving young people different instruments to play that they mightn't otherwise get a chance to. It includes guitars, lessons, borons, Irish traditional music, as well as DJ skills, building on the project which was a great success with the Playhouse earlier this year.
I think young people should be involved because at the end of the day they're the next generation. So if young people were hanging about the streets and being wee louts basically, then they're getting looked down at. But if they're doing something with purpose, then the adults are looking at them saying, well, they're not wee scroats or whatever, they're actually respectable.
James was a big person in the community, like he was close to everybody, and he died obviously 2 years ago. So we decided to have a football match for him because he's a big football fan. And last night everybody came out and all the boys had to pay £5 a head to play this match, and they all wore their Liverpool wigs just to represent James, and they all had their Jimmy B on the back it for James, like. But like, it was, for me being so close to James's family, I know that it was heartwarming for them. Like, it was the support that they're getting and showing how many people came out to see it last night shows that there's support for everybody around. And I know for a fact if James was here, he would have been first in that game, or even though he's not here, I know for a fact that he's probably up there last night going, "Go on boys," probably laughing that they got beat, but no, I know that he's looking down and thinking, "You are doing me proud." Like, in my point of view, it was all, a couple weeks ago, it was just all, let's play this football match and just raise money for James's project, like. But then I started to think, it's only raising money, it's not raising awareness. It's not opening people's eyes of what's out there. So we decided to get out sponsor forms and rang a Dairy Journal and Dairy News and things, and they all came. Yesterday the journals came and wrote a big story. There's a spread on it on Sunday. It's just kind of, hopefully when they see the testicular cancer, they'll read it and know that if they have any sons or grandsons or nephews or whatever, to tell them it's alright to open up.
Just in terms of moving forward now, in the rest of this year and into next year, we did apply to Derry City Council for a support grant to develop a strategy document for the whole Enagh taking inmate in at Strathfoyle, looking at how we can best use Enagh, develop the derelict houses and do something more positive in the area, continue to campaign for fixed children's play park provision, and the old school centre also at Enagh for more partnership projects with the older people, which is something we recognise we have to do more on, is sort of the intergenerational work.
The future for Enagh Youth Forum is about economic sustainability. This includes coming up with business creation ideas and letting young people develop their own social enterprise ideas. This is what Enagh Youth Forum is all about. And it's about giving additional support to those young people who need it through a mentoring service, which we're also trying to develop.
No, it's really good, like, because I know myself, I have 2 young nephews, and I know in a couple of years' time they're going to start coming here, and it's not even a drop-in centre. You couldn't call it a drop-in centre, because if you dropped in, they'd be using you. They're not using you because they're also giving you back stuff of what you want to do. And I know in a couple of years' time, my 2 nephews, like, I won't want them running around the streets. I don't want them drinking at the age of 15, and I don't want them being a baller. I want them to know that they can come here and maybe go in the residentials and get involved in stuff.
How could Enagh Youth Forum grow? I think, obviously that's down to sort of more funding and things like that. Obviously there's only so much things you can do without actually having the money itself. Like, I feel, Enagh Youth Forum is doing everything right at the minute, and it's definitely visible the positive sort of path that it's taken. It is getting better and better.
A bigger space might help. No. Because you do only have 2 rooms, and 1 room's an office and 1 room's for a drop-in. To get better, you probably would need a bigger space and maybe a separate room for somebody that, if they did need like someone to counsel them. Or
the staff are brilliant. Everything in general is brilliant. It's just the premises are too small. So if that would be the only thing, would be changing the premises.
We'd like to get more money to be able to do more stuff.
And to go towards things that we can do and hopefully get the
more
benefits
trips.
for more room. They have
And then we'd like to get more space to be able to do stuff in, and a bigger place to sit in and be open at the weekends, and
so we can
keep us off the streets.
Keep us off the streets and keep us out of trouble.